Hey, it's the 6th of February, 2026. Oh, 2626. That's interesting. And of course, what a very interesting day we had at the markets as well today. Um, First and foremost, I hope everyone is well, which is most important, really. But let's just have a look. I'm just going to share my screen. Today's probably going to be a very generic one. There is not a lot well, there's a lot to say, but at the same time, there's not a lot to show you because I have been talking about this for a while now. I think I've been talking about the market, trying to go all-time high, and it was struggling. I think we've been seeing the telltale signs since last year, but finally it caught up. So let's have a look. Um, so if you see what I'm trying to share here, okay, fantastic. So if you look at the cues, which I love starting with, and you can see right there, where do we have or what do we have? I mean, look at me, I'm in my PJs, but anyway, who cares? But now you can see right now. And I've got to say, I apologize if you were expecting this video. It came in a bit late. Boom, boom, boom. Finally, we got it. We got it. That's what we wanted, right? Well, that's what I wanted. I've been waiting for it because the market's been struggling to break through. And now, finally, when it did happen, look at that on the 3 days. That is bad. That is bad because these guys have been bidding for a lower market, and finally they got it. So, um, you know, should I say earlier today, the market was down by 1% or so. And again today, right now, overnight, it's already down after hours over about 1.5%. So, we are not seeing anything great happening in the market in terms of all the sectors. I think most of the sectors are down. Yesterday we had a few rips, and I mean, I could just tell you, look at what happened right here. Solar Edge gave it all back. Enphase Energy, what happened again? Gave it all back. So this is not the market right now where you think you probably could hide. We still have quite a few of the your favorite guys. They are literally just dipping. That's Palantir, Robinhood. We're talking about the retail favorite. At some point, it's got to be no hiding place for you because I mean, we just saw an incredible run in the market, and I just thought, yeah, it's impossible. There's no way we can, there's no way we're not going to collapse. Full stop. I think even, I mean, looking at the disaster from PayPal yesterday, what happened again? PayPal still dipping, absolutely. So, for me, I think there was a time I said this is a sell the rate market, and as you can see, it is happening. Even I was looking at Wayfair for so long. I mean, Wayfair, it's got to collapse. It's got to collapse. And I thought it's never going to happen. But look at that, $40 later, and it looks like it's just the beginning. So, what we had is it's a market that's selling in different sessions. I think initially we had all the all the software were collapsing. We're talking about the Palantir, the Robinhood, the um quite a few of them, literally anything software. I think even ONDS as well, which has got to do with AI related. A retail favorite is giving it up. I think just recently, after hours again, Iron gave it up. There's just way too many software really. It's got commerce related as well. There's a particular one CRM that was in my head. Literally everything I tell you, I type right here is in the blood. Even I was hiding somewhere in the restaurants, but and it's getting a bit shaky right now. Look at CRM. It's just, what can you say? This has been cut in half. Duolingo as well, despite its growing, the fundamentals, nobody cares right now. You beat the markets, you get shellacking, and look at that. Duolingo was up today earlier in the day. It was up by over 8%. But I'm not even sure what happened, I think, or why it was up. They probably just announced, yep. set to announce the fourth quarter earnings. Even Roblox after hours today was amazing, amazing. Not sure what the earnings was, but it seems like it was a great beat and it was up 20 something percent. Look at that. It gave it all back right now. So, there is really, really no hiding place. I think I've got to say I had some surprises, Estee Lauder, this was a tragedy. I'm not sure. It kind of feel like they're going out of business. 20% down. We know Michael Berry, he had a huge bet on this, and it took this all the way from the low 60s to all the way to over $100. Now they're giving it all back right now. But more importantly, the health sector, look at Molina. I mean, it just feels like it's an after hour show. I'm just giving you a rundown. But no, I'm just trying to let you understand there's no hide. Well, maybe there's a hiding place. Molina is down aggressively if you're going to look at the after hours. And you can see Centene Corporation as a result was down. This has been a bit worse. TradingView is not showing it, but it's worse, 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 worse. So we're talking about the health sector is really, really bad. Remember yesterday, the pharma was bad. So I think it's kind of telling you, look, after the pharma, we're going to roll into the health sector. So personally, I don't see anywhere to dive in and trying to hide my money at the moment because, like I said again, there's no hiding place. But look at that. Unfortunately, nobody hides in VIX. You could have hidden there at the beginning, and I think this telltale signs has been there for a while since the low 17s, and now we are at 21. And VIX, when it wants to run, it will make a run for it. I think I've got to say that. I have been saying that for a while because VIX is at generational lows. It's not going to be like this forever. So the other one is the dollar. Dollar's been crazily low. When you've been getting that warning, it's time. I mean, dollar was really, really at a stupendous amount, really. I mean, we had dollar literally gagging 93 or 95 cents. I don't think that's appropriate. And yeah, I mean, by chance, that is good for business. Sorry, not for business, for consumers. Weak dollar, but that's not great for the economy. Okay, to be fair, it enables exports to be good, but not in the improper way because we know the economy is softening. The jobs data, these things are not great. Now, do you know what the uniqueness of today? Gold. What happened to gold? Gold, gold, gold. What happened? It's also hooked. I mean, it would really. I'm looking at it on a weekly, but look at that gold. This doesn't look as bad, but now look at silver. Silver was literally down 20%. It's just crashed. It collapsed. Literally, it condensed and crashed 70. Look, silver's almost divided by two at the moment. It's been cut in half. So I tend to hide in palladium. And let's see. There's something I've been saying though for a while, and I still haven't bought it yet. Palladium, again, I don't think there's a go. There you go. There's no go ahead. I was calling for 2000. We got it 2000. And after 2000, sometimes you got to learn to take your profit. And market took it all back. Now, I've been talking about the grains, and I'm not going to talk a lot more, just more than soybeans. Okay, soybeans. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Soybean. Look at that. Soybean today, it's been, I don't know, I think it's got to do with an agreement with China and the United States. So we could see soybean making the odd gentle creep all the way. We could see 1,100 now, and I've been calling this from about 900. Now we could see 1,300. You don't want to start loving it when it gets to the 2,000. But the disaster of the day, look at Bitcoin. Before we actually look at Bitcoin, let's look at XRP. This is, people talk about altcoin, this, that, you got to hide somewhere there. But look at XRP. I've been calling for this. This is divided by two. This is divided by two. It's a temporary solace, and we had a 23% dump today. I mean, look at what we have. Year to date, it's been cut into half. Sorry, over the last 1 year. Year to date, it's been a third is gone. The last 1 month, 46% of this is gone. So you've got to understand there are times where you got to hold, the time where you got to do nothing. Look at MicroStrategy. Mister, Mister. Mr. is not having a great day at all. Mr. is absolutely bad. I mean, I think this is going to go below 100, literally, for it to be what it is. I saw something of a post today from someone who says it's a reality check. Bitcoin and Ethereum have dropped 50% from their all-time highs. One of the most aggressive treasury companies tied to crypto, MicroStrategy, formerly MicroStrategy, is down dramatically from where it was 6 months ago. There's a bit of a saying here. It's not to do with me. It's just it's just a screenshot. It's just a post I'm reading out. Michael Saylor's story could go down as one of the largest Ponzi schemes in modern history. It's a company that doesn't really produce anything besides buying Bitcoins to create supply shock and pump the price up. It's sad to see so many people put their hard-earned money into the crypto hype over and over again. So I've been there, done that. Hope is not sustainable. Let me be clear. I believe the crypto technology is real, but price is not. Price is not the same thing as value. Today, the value of Bitcoin still relies heavily on narrative, leverage, social media promotion. Its real-world adoption is not enough to support the overhyped valuation. That's why the correction can be brutal. The people who got hurt the most are not the early believers. It's the beginners who chase it late because they don't want to miss out. So here's the lesson. If you're going to participate in markets, whether stocks, options, futures, or crypto, you need a real repeatable strategy with clearly defined risk management rules. You need to know why you are entering, what would make you wrong, where your stop is, what your timeline is, and how much you're willing to risk before you ever click buy. Very, very important. If you don't understand this thing, then you are in trouble. I mean, I saw there's a nice funny picture here which is attached. Let me see if I can grab and copy the picture. No, it won't let me copy the picture. Actually, maybe I can. Let's see. It's just a funny one, really. But you can see how down Sailor has been in, how down he is in his position. Again, not a mockery, but just letting you understand that you've got to be careful. There you go. Look at that. So you can see from here, from the post here, Sailor's been down. It's down 52, sorry, it's down $18 billion. That's not great at all. This is a heavily levered uh, position. So, not great. But again, he's been there before, and I think he says he knows how to get out. But anyway, that's that one. Also, if you look at Ethereum, what did I say? I've been saying this is going below 2000 at some point, and here we are. Boom. What can we see? We can see this right here, 1900. Price action, price is king, only price pays. And now the disaster of the day, it's just keep dumping like nobody's business. I was reading something like, was it that BlackRock sold over 300 whatever $1 million worth. Look, there you go. $64,000. That's what it's worth right now. Still a great amount, but you've got to understand at some point it was worth 126,000. So if you're not taking your profit, you're not taking profit, we don't know how to find this repeatable strategy, then you're doing it wrong. It's extremely important. But tomorrow is Friday. We still have some earnings tomorrow. We have some, let's see what we have. It's probably going to be a quiet market. Oh my goodness, we 153 earnings. But look, just before we talk about that, Amazon already, I didn't hear the earnings. I don't know how brutal it was, but the sell-off has been extremely brutal. Amazon down, it was down 11% earlier today, even though that's not showing you. Yeah. Also, we've got Shell tomorrow. We've got Linde. I've been saying Linde is one which pardon me, I'm about to go to bed, which is I'm a believer, just like Pterodine, but I hope it hasn't failed itself. But look at that, the weakness of the entire market. So it's a poor time to be reporting your earnings right now. But anyway, we'll see how it goes tomorrow morning or tomorrow as a whole. But until then, stay safe, stay out of the market if you must, take a walk, have a good time with the family, and of course,